How strong is Sanji? Sanji, the cook of the Straw Hat Pirates, is most notably seen as the third strongest in the monster trio. That's an opinion that I've seen a lot of people have, but the monster trio being Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. Pre-time skip, Oda made something that was, I think everybody's seen in the fan base, the Zoro and Sanji rivalry, and it was between him and Zoro, and it was kind of crazy seeing that. I remember some epic moments like Little Garden where they're having competitions to see who brings in the bigger animal, or their opponents. Sanji always used to fight the third strongest character, and Zoro fought the second strongest, but it wasn't just like, if it was just like that, we would all say Zoro's stronger, but then Oda always made Zoro's fight a little bit longer, and Sanji finished off his opponent a little bit faster, so it always made us think, are they equal, or is Zoro stronger, or is it Sanji? And a lot of people were debating about this in the fan base. Now, post time skip, I'm gonna be honest here. I think nobody, like, it's probably like 10% or 15% debate is Zoro stronger than Sanji, because everybody thinks Zoro's stronger than Sanji. Sanji in the New World has had a lot of moments in which I think I should defend him in this video, but a lot of people have disrespected Sanji, saying he's weak. Zoro has surpassed him to the point at which they're not even rivals. And it's kind of funny to me because I still see them as rivals, but I think it's not as big as it was pre-time skip. Sanji's first notable fight in the New World was against Wado Tsume, and the thing is, he teamed up with Jinbei. But let's be honest here, Jinbei did not need Sanji, and Sanji did not need Jinbei. They both pretty much showcased their powers, in which Wado Tsume was nothing to them, and it was pretty epic seeing them mess with someone, the second strongest creature, actually third strongest after Zou and Sanmon Wolf. But yeah, Wado Tsume is pretty big, and it was kind of interesting seeing them wreck him so easily, so that was pretty epic. But the biggest one in the One Piece fanbase, which is argued, and I have strongly argued this, is Virgo and Sanji. What happened there? And I personally think that Sanji is stronger than Virgo, but people disagree with me. They get into whole arguments with me, and the reason why I think this is because Oda showcased that early in this arc, Sanji's body was damaged, and a lot of people don't know this, but Sanji's body was in an explosion because Nami was in his body. Remember the switcheroo with Law did to them? So yeah, so Sanji was in Nami's body, and Nami was in Sanji's body, and Nami got his body damaged. So when he got back into his body, he's like, why am I so weak? And Usopp explained to him what happened. So 1 minute later, he fights with Virgo, and he's actually kicking Virgo's ass, and it was pretty epic. But then Virgo and him have some sort of clash, and his shin cracks, and that's when everybody's like, okay, Sanji, you take this out, take this out. But I'm like, his body's already damaged. He was beating up Virgo before this. I gotta give him the benefit of the doubt, and the fight didn't even end like that, so he didn't take a loss to Virgo, but that it was kind of hard to defend because he's a guy who uses his feet a lot. But I give him the benefit of the doubt, and I think that Sanji is stronger than Virgo. Some people disagree with me, but that's just my opinion. But you can't argue this. Doflamingo whooped that boy's ass so fast, and the thing with Sanji Doflamingo, it's not really embarrassing because Doflamingo did it to a lot of characters. He had Jozu stuck in his foot, so like, it's not an embarrassment. He had Luffy walking around wobbly, so Doflamingo's parasite, he's used that on a lot of opponents, so it's not something that you should be really embarrassed about. But Sanji did get that work, and Law had to save his ass. So as you've seen in One Piece, in Sanji's New World experience, he's been a lot of bad situations or iffy situations where he's not really able to show his full capabilities, and I gotta give him credit. I also want to bring up the Doflamingo. Even though Doflamingo whooped his ass, I can't ignore that Violet or Viola kind of whooped his ass, well, because he doesn't hit women, so the whole situation there. So he's been damaged, but I still think Doflamingo would wreck him even if he was 100%, so I gotta give respect to Doflamingo. But Sanji has been in not good situations. Now, anime onlys, you might want to mute this because I'm gonna talk about some manga spoilers for a little bit, but I want to say this. Luffy has a great trust in Sanji's power. I remember in Zou when he's like, Sanji's worth about 1,000 men, and then Zoro's like, I'm worth 2,000 men. So Zoro even himself has that rivalry with Sanji still, so that's why I'm always like, it's not gone, it's still there. But yes, Sanji has had the lower end of the totem pole. He's not been doing well in the New World. It's because of situations, I believe, and even the Vince Smoke family right there, that whole situation, they have him bribing about Zep, so Sanji has been really not be able to fight at his full capabilities against his own family. But I feel like Sanji will have a shining moment in this recent arc in the manga, Whole Cake Island arc, and that's where we're gonna see this full extent of his training during the time skip, even a flashback. We know some epic stuff still has to be revealed. The recipe, yes, I'm talking about that recipe. But definitely, I think Sanji has the power of the worst generation, but he's just not in it. Like, I feel like it's really incredible because Luffy has, I think, 2 characters of that power of the worst generation in his own crew. I think that Sanji, if I had to put him in the worst generation, it'd probably be low mid tier right now, because he's still, I can't just give him the mid tier right away because he still has to show what he's capable of in the future. But I'm gonna give giving that low mid tier. I'm still unsure, so I'm low mid tier. Like, I still haven't decided. But Sanji, I feel like once we see his full extent, a lot of people are like, okay, yeah, let's get back in the Sanji train. He's actually putting in work, and let's give him that respect. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Tell me what you think about Sanji. How strong is he? Do you think he's been a disappointment and he's not that strong, or do you think he's been disrespected and he's actually stronger than most people think? Tell me in the comment section. Put it down there. And I also want to say this: got a video on Zoro coming up in 10 hours. I know I promised that yesterday, but this time I'm actually gonna commit to it. It's already been recorded, so yeah, so stay tuned for that. And that's pretty much it. Like and share. You enjoyed, like and share only if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more One Piece content. I'm the LegendMac, and I'm gone.